Big shout out to the first comment, which is Christina. Shout out to Christina though. What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. You know, as they go now. Today is Saturday. This is what we do. And usually though, I don't have anything to say. But people who come here, they stay for as long as I stay here for, because I try to make it spicy. I try to make it fun. I try to make it entertaining. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys had a great week. Chewa, okay. Thank you guys for your love and your support. Who is Araba? I don't think I've seen Araba before. Thank you for your love and your support though. I try to know everybody that joins the podcast. Does that make sense? Until around 70,000 subscribers, I know everybody. But now I don't know everybody on the platform. But shout out to you lots though. Let's wait for the rest of then. Oh. Shout out to you, Arava though. You must have joined after 70,000 subscribers. That was when it became very hard to keep up. Because a lot of people follow. A lot of people. Well, shout out to you though. Thank you for your love and your support. Hey, Tolu Alpha now. How you did? How that way? Shout out to you, my man. I did see your hand. I did see you where. Big ups to you, man. Big ups to you. People remain with the family, emotions, scholarship, amateur. I'm looking for immortals. Okay. Hey, how far now? How not day, Papa? Good morning to you too. Good morning to you too. Who is this? Exclusive. Shout out to you, man. Live. What's up? How not day? Shout out to you lots though. Shout out to you lots. Platinum looking good. Can we start? Of course, Platinum. That's the reason why we're here. And we'll be here for the next 2 hours. Let me set the timer because I don't want to exceed 2 hours. I have things to do. There is massive snowstorm outside though. It is snowing heavily right now in Minnesota. Oh God, it's not funny. I was just talking to a friend of mine yesterday that this winter time is mild. But snowstorm, that's my feet massage. Chatty, yeah. I'm 20. Oh, this thing. This thing cannot set two hours. So it can only do 100 hours. That's not good. 100 minutes. We use it like that. We use 99. I feel more. It's time to go. OTE. Okay, so let's start. Let's see. Big Tunde, chin up always, man. Go do that. Stand up tall. Today is weekend. And weekend, we use it to service the engine. OTE. This is pomegranate one. Kini kg green, Was it that green? My mom got me all those things. There's this green one that is moringa. Yes. Pomegranate and moringa. You mix it together. Dafara. Da. Hey, shout out to Franklin. Team, what's going on? Platinum said, at what point does one know a woman is the right one for marriage? Any pointers? Something I find very fascinating about men. The bigger percentage of problems that men encounter is about women. Men do not want to make mistakes, but I have to be frank with you, man. There's no good woman anywhere. No good woman anywhere. There's, they are just better than one another. Does that make sense? It's like you've seen a bunch of villains, but one of them has a kind heart. But they are still a villain on shame. They're not good people, man. But you get me? They are not good people. That's the truth. That's the truth, man. My mentors used to tell me back in the day that a woman does not just invest into your life just because she thinks she's generous. There is always a reason behind why she's coming into your life, either good or bad. There is always a reason, man. And as a man, it is your responsibility to know. Now, to answer your question, how to know which one is good? Oh God, I just answered you. None of them are good, though. You understand? None of them are good. Men are looking for a woman that is just perfect. And God, they are not in any way. They are not perfect in any way. Any way. Just find you one that does not bring unnecessary drama, because they don't have that. The bigger percentage of them does not have that much common sense. Find the one that would not stress your life. One that understands the mission, which is okay. I'm going towards this, and I want you to come with me. Anything I make from there, you benefit out of it. Your children will inherit everything, and she supports that mission. I've met some of them that want to prevent you from getting to that place. Like, she's not going to benefit from it. And surprisingly, she wants to marry you. She wants to have kids for you. But she does not want you to become. Oh, I bear now. So, and usually, from personal experience, they are beautiful, body set like this, waist as small as this, waist hip proportion like this. They are usually the best experience sexually. The ones that wants to prevent you. So you have to be careful. I think I said too much, man. Hey, shout out to you where he is. I think I said too much, but you understand what I'm saying. There are some of them, there's always a reason why they come into your life. Imagine powerful. They just don't come just because. No. Some will come into your life with just, I want to take care of this man. I like this man. While some will just come with the intention of messing your life up. There's always a mission, though. So you need to have common sense. Back in the day when man was young, we judge women based on surface level. She looks kind. She has a big boobs. Yeah. And I think I should say this. As men, this is for men, gather here. Back then, when you hold their waist, she's facing you like this, and you hold their waist like this. It is a different experience when you hold it from the back. So tread carefully, man. Tread carefully, man. Women are truly the salt of this life. Oh, there are different shades to them. She can deal with you that in your entire life you will never ever forget her. I'm telling you. That's why I try to tell young men on this platform, jokes aside, I try to tell young men, make sure you do the inner work before you bring women into your life. So if you've done the inner work, it is easier for you to identify either she's good for me or she's bad for me. You get me? You can stand up for yourself. Oh, Nifi, itiju. Because a lot of men will use shame out of, I've been with her for like 1 year. She seems like a nice girl. And you will go and marry. You go and marry demon. So be careful out there. Do the inner work You know what you have to do. You understand? Is it anger problem? That is emotional maturity. Is it you don't have enough money? Financial stability. Go and work on that. You don't even pray that much, and you want women in your life. You need God. Oh, they look. There are many layers to them. There are many layers to them, and you need to, as a man, it is your responsibility to know. So you can stand up for yourself and say, "Nah, you're not good for me." You get me? You're not good for me. And she's going to attack you once you say. Then you will know that she's not good for you. I've met a couple of them like that. Because you know how Wale said me back then. You know how my life used to be. Then once they give me compliment like this, at Yokosi was straight to me. Oh God. Oh God. This was long time ago, bruv. Long time ago. Be careful. Be disciplined. Work on yourself. You need direction. You need direction, man. As a man, you might think you know that you need direction right now. You don't even have common sense. How old are you? You get me? This is one thing that most men do not, because you're going to become a leader of your house. Irrespective of whatever you think your life is going to become, there is that expectation of your life that you become a leader of the house. So be careful. Don't judge just on the physique. Physique, come on now. As a man, heterosexual man, a man that loves women, all she has to do is do her face like she cannot talk too much. You're fed in here. But that is not enough. Ogbo. Having moringa tea as well. Shout out to Nen. Shout out to Nen though. Let me see. You know how I talk. If you've never been to this platform before, I speak harsh reality. I don't hate any of you. I love you guys like a friend, like a family. So we dey talk. And every comment you leave in here, I'm going to read them. Your gifts are not needed. Show your love, show your support, like is needed, but you're good. So we got that day. You get me? And go to the link in the bio. Follow us on all social media platforms. My contents on social media platforms are from Monday to Friday. On Apple and Spotify, we have a podcast there too, where we release on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You get me? And for mentorship program, we have a school. It's called My Innovation University. It is not yet open, but there's a free ebook and e-journal you can download in there for free. Go there. I think it's like six or seven ebook and 2 journals or something that you can use, because it's a new year for you to track your life and become better. We're just trying to help. The mentorship program is going to open in the nearest future, and the masterclass. But for now, we all got that day. Yeah. So let me read this. PA said, how do you find out though? How do you find out what? That she's the right one? I just answered you. I think I answered that. Omo Labake said, no one is good, only God. Find a woman that is lost in God. You know the most funny thing about women, and that statement you mentioned just now, my love. Logic for men is manipulation for women. I've met women that portray themselves like they are all about God, because this is real life. You get me? This is real life. And what I've learned so far about this harsh reality is the surface level, the presentation itself, it is the bigger percentage of the time, it is conveniently different from what goes on in the back end. I swear to you, bro. I swear to you, man. And the most scary thing is when you start dating people, relationship changes people. It brings out the worst side of you. Marriage brings out the worst part of you out. That's why I try to tell men, the burden of performance on your life is when you are in a relationship with a woman You're supposed to have worked on yourself to tolerate that woman because they are very, very annoying. If you're not careful, if you're a petty human being, a petty man, do not marry a woman. Because they will start doing certain behaviors and you would think you want to match that energy. Before you know what's up, you are abusive. At the inception of that relationship, you did not plan to become abusive to the love of your life. I'm a man of different layers of experience. There is nothing I have not done. The beauty of it is this. I don't look like it because it was God that pulled me back. I'm speaking from experience, man. Work on yourself. Become better. The woman you select, your responsibility is to take care of her. And taking care of a woman, this is where a lot of men eat and miss. Taking care of a woman is not just finance. Emotional day. Emotional is the entity itself, and there are so many sublets. There's so many angles to it. Irrespective of her behavior, because their behavior is like this. So, in the morning, her head is okay. At night, she's grumpy. The next morning, she's happy. This is how the behavior will function. You will be a man to know when to handle and direct and do all that, but don't become abusive. But if you're not careful, you are going to become. That is if you've not done the inner work. I did tell you. So, work on yourself. Work on yourself. A lot of men are, in haste to have that responsibility of a man, to have a woman in your life. It is a big responsibility. Imagine having a big baby that you're taking care of. It is a huge responsibility. You get me? A huge baby, a big agbalagba like this baby. But surprisingly, that baby does not have common sense. And that's a woman. And you have to learn how to tolerate her. So your responsibility as a man is even high. You will provide for her financially. You will provide for her emotionally. A lot of men go into relationship with the expectation of you want emotional support from a woman. She can't even give herself emotional support. So you're not she's an emotional human being, but she cannot give you emotional support. You are not an emotional human being, you have to offer her emotional support. So it boils down to you having emotional maturity. The bigger percentage of men, they don't have emotional maturity. Men need to but I've been there. I understand. You look at that woman, she looks perfect. Everything. It's like God carved her like that. Don't look at those are display. Those are just the display. Those are the package itself. Learn to look at her train of thought, her mental state of mind, the way she reacts to things. You understand? You need to learn how to test a woman. Back in the day, she has big yash, she has big boobs. She likes me. That's a wife. Oh God. You don't say you're well. Work on yourself. Become better. Become better. Do not complicate your life. Older men, wiser men, they will go for a woman that listens, a woman that is coachable, a woman that is easy to talk to, a woman that knows how to take care of herself. She's not smelling like fish. If she has those basic, you can build a whole generation on a platform. You get what I'm saying? So, Tai said, and vice versa, we can say the same about men. Yeah, but I'm a man, and this is a platform for men. So I'm speaking from the perspective of a man. I understand human beings are not good. You get me, my love? So I'm speaking from the perspective of a man talking to men about women. And I understand. The podcast has been successful for the past 4 years that we started. Now we have 40% women, 60% men. I understand, but because I'm a man, I'm still a man. We talk about men, we talk about women, but I'm still a man. But you're very correct. Kimberly Booker, shout out to you. Mobolan said, my bro, men together, my dog. I need you to understand that men in those days no longer exist. That is a lie. Would you believe that men have not changed? The same behavior that men have always had is the same behavior that men of right now have. What has changed is women. And women are the ones that change the behavior of men towards society, because women are part of society. What has changed right now is, hello. What has changed right now is women criticize most of the things that they used to expect from men, because now they can do those things themselves. Now when the man tries to offer those things to them, they criticize those things. I get your point, my love. I get your point. What is it that I have said? Why do women break up a relationship? Because they work too much. I was reading something yesterday, and they said 1% of the world population, just 1% like this, makes around $250,000. And they said close to 6% of the world population is around 6 feet tall. When a woman start making money and she start going into society to make her own bread, that means she's doing her own thing. She's seeing different shades of men. The bigger percentage of men are not making the kind of money that their women are making. The bigger percentage of women are making more money. I'm talking about women in relationship, not all women across the board. The bigger percentage of women are making more money than men. That's why it's very, very hard for a woman to be in a relationship, because women want men that are better than them. You get my point? If she's making, there was this lawyer that I made a content out of a couple of months ago. She makes around $450,000. Most definitely she's going to marry a man that is lesser than her, because a man that makes $450,000 does not want the way she talks. You get my point? She's too outspoken, she's too authoritative, too assertive. Men do not want that in women. As a matter of fact, the men prefer women. Those women that you're almost like she doesn't know how to talk at all. You understand? She knows she's soft-spoken, almost like she's delicate. It is an expectation that men have towards women. But women will become masculine. The more money they make, the more accomplished they become. And then they will call men that do not want them as weak. You will be fine. So, let's see. Oh God, these are let me go back to read this comment. Hello, what's going on? How can you say women are annoying? I said what I said. Men can attest to this. Do you want me to lie? The beauty of the African Men podcast is, I'll tell you things that most men will never come up to meet you and tell you. A lot of men will not tell you these things now. But this is a podcast where we just talk about random stuff. Women are fucking annoying. Very, very. They can be. Very, very. And as a man, your responsibility is to tolerate them. If not, you will become abusive. And abuse is not necessarily physical. Emotional abuse, and a lot of men participate in these things towards their women. I criticize these things because I coach these men. That's why that's why I teach emotional maturity. You have to work on yourself to become. She is a big baby. A big baby that you are having sex with. She might look like she's an adult, but I'm telling you that she does not have that much common sense. As blunt as possible, I'm telling you. But a lot of men look at her and say, but she's grown. No, she is not. She's not. I'm telling you the truth, she's not. She's not. Even when her behavior is going all around, you have to be the sane one, you have to be the logic one, you have to be the matured one. And do that relationship and do her well. Remember, I have been there. Come on now. I have been there. Do you know what that means? That means I have been the unfortunate one in the relationship that tries to match the energy of a woman. What do you mean? I'm the man of this house. I've been there. I've been there a long time ago. I've been there. So work on yourself. Hey, shout out to Mish Mega. What's up, bro? I've been there. Okay. Who is this? What do you think about no contact after a breakup? You're stressing yourself, man. Block that number and move the fuck on. Block that number and move on. You are childish. That's why you're playing the game of no contact so they can come back and come and beg you. You have issues. You are a manipulator. Block that number and keep moving forward. If I block you on all social, I can be ridiculous. I'll block you on eBay. I'll block you on Amazon. I don't want to talk to you again. Was it last week I was making this content? I said, what is the benefits of being your friend after we break up? When there has been sexual interaction between us, there's nothing we want to talk about though. Go about your way, I go about my way. But from experience, I'm at that level right now where I try as much as possible to be very, very careful with how I deal with women. I'm fairly successful, good looking man. At this stage, women do not care if I have a woman in my life or they have husbands. They always think that they can have their way with me. A lot of men lack discipline. You get me? You lack self-respect. That is why a married man will be having an affair with a married woman. She has a husband, you have your wife, and both of you that lack self-respect, you come together and show you're doing nonsense together. Because you do not respect yourself. If you don't respect yourself, how can you respect the man or woman you are in a relationship with? You don't understand. So, what's your advice on dating in your early 20s? You know, oh Lord, no, now. What do you want us to say? But usually at 20-something years old, though, you don't have what women need/want. Remember, need and want are two different things. You don't have money. You can't give them safety and security. You might think because you look like it, you are not about that life at that stage. Emotionally, usually you can only fake it like you are about that life. So what is the best approach in your 20s and you want to date? Oh God, go and date yourself. Go and become. There's a very, very big chance that you will not be successful. Would you believe this? And now I'm speaking to men. Because the odds are against you. Especially right now in 2025, that life has become so women power this. the odds are against you. The system does not want you to become. The system wants you to submit to a woman. And the expectation that women want towards their men is they are looking for a man that they will submit to. That is harsh reality. You're supposed to commit. Now in the relationship, every now and then you'll be leaving it for her. A little bit of agree, submission, a little bit every now and then. But the expectation is the system wants you to be on your knees towards a woman. I don't think you know. Would you believe 80% of men all around the world, they live paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. They don't have money. So when you go to the club on Fridays and you see those guys, they don't have money. They don't. The guys that have money, you will not see them at that nightclub. I'm talking about the real men, the real powerful super. You will not see them at that nightclub. I did tell you. But you won't believe me because you think you know better. So, if that does not tell you anything, in your 20s, you should do nothing but become better. There's a very, very big chance you will not be successful. I swear to you, man. But let's keep it pushing. Shout out to Mish Mega. The self-love Johnny said, I went on a date with an African man and he got upset that I was unavailable the next week. What would you say you're doing next week? What is the purpose of that date if not to get to know each other better? You know the problem I have with women is communication skills. A man, you can make a man do anything. A man is going to believe and accept anything you say as long as you know how to convey. Women pride themselves as good communicators. But we know this as men, that your communication skills are very poor. You probably just said, I won't be around next week. You did not say why. You did not say, how about we meet so. I will not be available next week, but I'll be available so time. You probably did not talk like that. These are things that you need to have. Let me tell you something, my love. This is not a movie. This is real life. And in real life, people need people. People need people though. Nobody is going to allow you to play stupid around them. You get me? You're looking for a man that is going to chase you. No, you want a man that will pursue you. What is the difference? You said, I will not be around next week. Give me a few seconds. You said, I will not be around next week. A man that is chasing you is going to say, when will you be around? Can we see next week? I really want to see you again. That is chasing. To pursue you is reciprocal. What are you doing next week? I would love to see you again next week. And you say, oh, I will not be available so time. But I am available so time. You're matching that energy to let me know that you also want to see me. But you're probably playing games. That is manipulation. And you lack self-awareness because you don't know what I'm telling you right now. You're not ready for a relationship. Back in the day, I'm talking about back in the day, I will take it upon myself to destroy you, to break you, to snap you into two. The intention is to I want you to take yourself towards something I call the trash. You will not be useful for yourself, not to talk of useful for anybody. Back in the day. Because you are a manipulator. I made this content a couple of months ago. I said most women, it's almost like you're begging to be used by playing unnecessary games. This is real life. You get me? This is real life. Is that why they like the younger girls? What do you mean, is that why they like the younger girls? It is an expectation to go for a younger woman as a man. Maybe you don't. Let me see your face. Audrey. Oh, I've never seen you before. You should follow me. Let me explain it again, the reason why men go for younger women. Men view things like black and white. When you can afford, men view women like products. When you can afford a brand new product, why would you go for a second hand? Does that make sense? Because the way men view women, it's like peak stage and after peak stage. Around 18 years old, 19 years old to around 23, the bigger percentage of men all around the world find those women to be the most beautiful women. They are youthful, they are naive, they are almost, just careless. You get me? So a grown man can come in and have almost like, men are looking for women to teach something, women to add something into their life. But most women will go out there and work on themselves, make as much money as they think they need to make, and then you come into the life of a man that is also accomplished. When he tries to teach you something, which is the first, you know how women do shit testing? Men have their way of testing women. He will try and tell you certain stories about certain experience. You, because you don't have common sense, you will counter it and say, I know that life, I know that. Rather than listen, there is no surprise on your face. There is no, wow, tell me some more. You don't know. The bigger percentage of older women, especially all this single boss chick, you don't know how to stroke the ego of a man. I'm not going to stroke the ego of a, that's because you are foolish. Men and women are completely different. And these are things that your moms should teach you. It is for your own good. It is for your own good if you want to keep a man. You get me? Last week, there was this woman that came to this live show called Velvet. She has a master's degree in computer science. I have a master's degree in computer science. I'm a tech founder. And this is an intelligent, successful woman. You get me? And I was explaining that the fact that she's older like that, and she's wiser, she's intelligent, like she's a genius. If you have a master's in computer science, you are obviously intelligent. I can assure you, the bigger percentage of men will never fall to her radar because she's successful, she's intelligent. There is nothing the bigger percentage of men can teach such woman. My girl, for example, I see the way she looks at me like I'm some wise man. I can't be Velvet that was explaining. She's an intelligent, beautiful woman, but I'm not going to go in a relationship with her. I'm a fairly successful man, but I'm not going to go in because I don't have anything to teach her. She seems to know everything. Men view it like this. Men view relationship like that. So the fact that she has boobs, she has ass, she has body, on a very, very regular day, if I was in the market, I would have sex with her. But I know from the dawn, from the inception, that there's nothing I can use her for but play. You get me? Because she seems to know too much. In the game of seduction for women, being naive, it's a plus. It is a flex. Acting like you don't know too much. If you know too much, I swear to you, the bigger percentage of men are not going to select you. I'm being transparent with you guys based on the way I talk. They are not going to marry you. And women don't like it and say, hey, that's because, okay, someday you're going to find your own. You probably won't listen to me because you think you know better. A disclaimer. I'm no longer in the field. I don't do all this. I have my own relationship. I have my own man. And surprisingly, though, irrespective of the way I talk, I work for God. And I have ultimate intentions for every one of you. So I have to speak harsh reality based on my past experience and let you understand how things truly is. I don't need you for anything. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not trying to. But gbọ́ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ, which is listen to me, become better. Become better. If you're a woman, you're listening to me right now, what you expect from a successful man, it is completely different from what that man expects of you. You have to know this. You have to know these things. You have to, for your own safety. If not, the ego of a man, I don't think women know how dangerous men truly are. Men are predators though, and they conquer for different reasons. You get what I'm saying? You might think you're presenting yourself like a challenge, and the man will perceive you like you are a threat to his ego, because men are powered by ego. You get me? So rather than understand what's up, most women will say, I don't want no insecure man. But the harsh reality is, every human being has insecurities. You say you don't want any, every human being has one or two insecurities. Everybody has insecurities. You have to be aware of these things, because you're supposed to be. Remember, the expectation on your life as a woman is you're like a goddess. You're supposed to be, man, is you're like a goddess. You're supposed to be flawless. That's a phone call. You're supposed to be flawless. You're supposed to be perfect. I swear to you, man. Irrespective of how life is right now, the expectation that men have towards women, it has never changed. It shall never change. Because what is the point of going in a relationship with you? Because women are so annoying, bro. The bigger percentage of men cannot tolerate you guys. That is why, if he does not love you and is just on a platonic level, after sex, he's going to roll over. He doesn't want to talk to you. There is nothing to talk about. The bigger percentage of men, they only see you guys like sex symbol. That is why I try to tell, I believe in love. Come on now. I love love. You get me? I love, love. Oh, baby, I love all that stuff. And I try to tell women on this platform that, you want to gun for that. You don't want to be on a platonic level just having random sex with any man. You don't want to, because you have the shorter end of the stick. That's the truth. You have the shorter end of the stick. But you won't listen to me though, because what do I know? You have to understand, I've been there. I've been this man. I've been this man. Dated multiple women from multiple ethnicity, from different countries. I date them all. I understand women like the back of my hand. You should listen to me. The Yoruba people will say, kò sígbà téèyàn dáṣọ téèyàn ròde firo, which simply means that there is always time to wear a new clothes as long as you are alive. Either you are outside of your peak, which is 18 to 23, as long as you have common sense. The bigger percentage of women lack common sense. As long as you have common sense, you're going to find a man that is going to willingly take you as his own. That is what you want. That is what your life is about. Finding the man that wants to take care of you, irrespective of how much you make. That is what you want. I know this. Come on now. Irrespective of how you present yourself, no, I don't really. That is what you need. Your life is almost pointless if you don't have a man to, what is that English name? You know when you take something and you say, nah, you belong to me now, I'm going to take care of you. Your life is almost pointless when you don't. It's almost pointless. I swear to you. Almost pointless. And although you won't like what I'm saying, because you probably prefer we start dancing on TikTok, but my podcast is different. I speak harsh reality. But to get to that level of, I want to take care of you, you can, like, take for example, women are the prize. Men are supposed to be the winner. The prize can never, let's say this cup is my prize for being alive today. Imagine this cup telling me how to take care of this cup. I can decide to break it right now and get another one. Why? Because I am a winner. You get me? The bigger percentage of women will tell me that she does not mind if she's dating a rich man. She does not mind that he has multiple affairs. It's not up to you. It's not up to you now. Who the hell are you? That is why I try to tell women to know your place. It's for your own good, for your own mental state of mind. This is real life. And in real life, you that you present yourself as argumentative and nobody can talk to me. The women in your life, your cousins, your younger sister, your older sister, your moms, your friends, they are looking at your man on how to take that man away from you. Because women don't have that much integrity, man. How many successful men do we have in this world? You get me? How many? Around 3 to 5% of men, you get me, have their financial whatever in place. The bigger percentage of men don't have it in place. Not the talk of leadership skills, not the talk of hygiene, how to take care of themselves. The bigger percentage of men are not about that life. Close to 6% of men are like 6%, are like 6 feet tall dudes. So when you have a man that is well-rounded and you think you're not going to listen to that man, are you dumb? You should be slapped. You should be slapped. That is a one-of-one man. A well-rounded man. These are things that your moms should teach you. You should know these things. It's for your own good. You get me? And it breaks my heart because I speak to women every day on this platform. You know, and we'll talk. Most of you, the problems that you have is the fact that you have a wrong perception of relationship. You get me? You think it's almost like you're looking for a successful man that will submit to you. It doesn't work like that. Submit to you. Like, seriously? Okay. Snowstorm. It's cold outside. I think I answered that. God bless you. I met 2 wonderful ladies yesterday. They are both playing the oil and gas sector, planning for family. I go for tech conferences all the time, and I meet a lot of highly successful tech founders. And I say this openly, man. They are usually not my first choice when it comes to dating women. A rich, wealthy woman is not usually my first choice. Because majority of the time, they don't. I don't know what money and success does to women, though. It changes the bigger percentage of them. It changes their brain. You get me? The bigger percentage of them, though, they perceive almost like if let's say she's worth $20 million. Any man that makes 15, 10 million, she forgets that man is still a one-of-one man. The only man she wants to submit to and respect is a man that probably makes 50 or 100 million. Oh yeah, got him on, so. And then you see, in today's society, you see a lot of successful women that are single. They are single. You get me? They have a lot of guys that wants to have sex with them, and they think that is a flex. Men will have sex with a chair. Men will have sex with anything. Men will have sex with the most ugliest women. It depends on the time of the day. You take one for the team. All kissing like this, squeezing Bobby, even when she's not the most good-looking man. And this is, I don't think you understand how the brain of a man works. You get me? Like, to speak as transparent, to talk to you guys based on the way I talk. Let's say she's a ugly woman that is not fine at all. The bigger percentage of men will flip the position rather than go missionary. They will flip the position to a doggy style. You get me? It's almost pointless when the light is off and you just go a couple of strokes, like, you come. It's better than masturbation. You get me? Like I want you to see things from the perspective of a man, to understand why men do certain things. You get me? So when it comes to marriage, the bigger percentage of men will go for a fairly cute girl, 5/10, even if she's not financially savvy, as long as she listens and she's coachable. You get what I'm saying? She's not argumentative, because sex for men, sex is needed, but it's not in the way that women believe that, okay, when you're all around beautiful and you have money, nah, baby girl, you don't check. It's almost like if she's basic, as long as she doesn't stress you. Am I making sense? So, this is a lot of comments, man. 100 and something comments, bro. But I very Kylie. I'm okay. Can I read all this? My life isn't pointless in Jesus' name. Go Paris. Man. Anything you like, say to yourself if it makes sense. Your life is not pointless. Okay, then don't marry. Do not marry. Maybe then it will make sense to you. Gender war. You and who is doing gender war? What kind of men are drawn to intelligent and successful women? A man that wants to use you. Yes. If you ever see any man says that the only woman he's going to date is a financially successful woman, he wants to use you. It is not a requirement for most men. The requirement is usually, can you afford your life? Like, can you take care of yourself? You don't. Why do you think men go to regular places to just find random chicks? It happens all the time. Because for men, it is a flex. Like, men, the bigger percentage of men will usually prefer women that are like raw material. Raw material is, the beauty is there, but she's not yet inside life. Like, remember when I said almost naive, like she doesn't know that too much about this harsh reality. But the man is experienced. He has gone through life. He knows. He has the money. Almost like he's bringing her out of something. That's why the requirements is usually, is she coachable? You get what I'm saying? If she has been coached by other men before, that is not my wife. The bigger percentage of women will start telling men that go on dates with them, telling them stories of their experience with certain men. Oh, I used to date this man, but like it's a flex. I don't think you know anything about men. Love is a universal language. Shout out to Mishmiga. Okay. Let me come down here. I can't read all 100 comments, so let's just. Still human. Wants can be satisfied regardless. Yeah, I know. 27 women outside of peak. What is the best game plan? I don't know. The Yoruba people will say, ìwọ ló mọ bí tó kífádé kó tó gbàgbé ìrùkẹ̀rẹ̀. There is time and expectation for all things. For all things. This is real life. I'm telling you the truth. And surprisingly, women know this. Let me tell you a story. I've been living in this downtown Minneapolis for like 5 years. Couple of years ago, before I met my girl, I was dating this woman, beautiful woman. She lives on this street, and she works at Target down there. The only reason I did not go exclusive. The only reason I did not go that route with her is because she smokes too many marijuana. I mean, I don't drink alcohol. She smokes too much marijuana. I remember we started dating when she was like 26. Cute girl. She's not stressing me in any way. Everything check. Fairly, feminine, all that stuff, but she smokes a lot. You get me? Her life is in place. Good family background. But I remember when she clocked around, we did it for a couple of months. I remember when she clocked around 27 and she was going towards, she told me that she has to end this relationship. She must not get to 28 years old if I know that I'm not going to marry her. I said, I'm not going to marry you. You are a fun girl. Because me, I can be blunt. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to lie to you just because they are what is this? What is the life? What is, the funny thing is, I get restrictions all the time. Like, people report my life. Let me tell you something. Listen to me before I continue my story. You don't have to be here. You don't have to listen to the things that I talk about. Rather than report it, I'm doing you a favor, telling you how men think. You get me? Because some of you listening to me right now, you're in a relationship with men that will never commit to you. You get me? You think you're in a relationship, but to him, he knows from the inception that this is not my wife. Rather than listen to me or go about your way. If you like, report. I don't think you know who the fuck I am. I say whatever I say. I do not fucking need your approval. Report it how you want. The Yoruba people will say, "Eni ogbon pa o to nkan, eni ago pa lo poju ni." When you meet wise people are usually coachable. You don't have to report my live shows. I don't think I'm saying anything that is. I'm telling you how men think. It's for your own good. But that's your problem. Back to what I was saying about that woman. She said, if she clocks 28 years old, she's very, very confident that no man will want to marry her. At that time, I felt like, because she moved like that, like I was the only one she was dating. She got married 7 months after we called it off. 7 months. You get me? And after that, because she has a lot of respect for me, she came to my place. She told me that she's been dating that guy since the same time she was dating me. And that is one mistake that the bigger percentage of women make. From the inception of it all, I used to tell her that she's not a wife. Not my own wife. Oh. You get me? Not my own wife. Oh, Mugbo, Nibo, which is she smoke weed. Like. Omoleola ni mime. I am from a house of power. There are certain expectations all my life. If I smoke marijuana now, that's different. I don't smoke, I don't drink alcohol. Why would I go for a woman that smokes and drink alcohol? Like, seriously? Come on now. Come on now. Most women wants to eat their cake and still have it. You get me? If a man lets you know that you're not the one, take it like a badge of honor, walk away. Stop trying to convince that man that you are the one. You're going to complicate your life. Nyela wanso. Hey, the good fortune. Alpha Baba. How you day now? How you day? Shout out to you. I was just thinking about you a couple of days ago. Say, I never see Fortune all these days. So, she Fortune day okay. If I did not see you today, Fortune, I was going to reach out to you this new week. However, now share you day okay. Thank you for your love and your support, man. Sheun said, I like intelligent girls. Being with a lady she feels not smart enough when we talk. Being intelligent, when I say naive is not dumb. Being intelligent is one of the requirements. In the game of, there's this book, The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. Robert Greene said the most highest level of seductress, courtesans. Courtesans are high-level prostitutes that date, you know, all these girls on social media that date politicians, high businessmen, and those people. Those ladies, they have a bunch of libraries. They educate themselves based on the interest of those men. So when it's time to have conversation with those men, they can chip in a little bit and say, I don't know much about it. How about you teach me? But we are in the time right now where the bigger percentage of women do not want men to teach them anything. You're not humble. Humility is very, very important for you as a woman to possess. If you like, have it. If you like, don't have it though. You're going to meet men that are fairly successful and they have this brain like this that will take advantage of you. I strongly believe to be an argumentative woman, it is a traumatic response. A traumatic response that can be leveraged for a man that understands. It can be leveraged. Think about this for a second. How do you think men do it to put women in a roster and she's going to stay in that roster? Mental game. Psychological warfare. You get me? This is manipulation that matches the level of a woman, even though she thinks she's in control, because she thinks that she can still make that man be in love with her. You get what I'm saying? It's like which simply means that somebody that wants to die meeting somebody that wants to kill them. This is real life. That's why I say do the inner work. What is this? That's why I say do the inner work, so it's easier for you to identify all those things. Because irrespective of how much healing you do, either you're a man, you're a woman, you're going to meet men and women that would still come in on that negative vibration, trying to detour you, trying to mess with you. You have to know how to stand up for yourself. You get me? You have to know how to stand up for yourself and set boundaries. Because remember, I have been there. I've been there as a man that meets a woman that believes she can convince me to take her seriously. When I know from the inception, Mama do it me. Which simply means that I'm gonna, no, it's just sex. You get me? A long time ago. But you won't listen to me anyway, so you will not listen to me. So what happened when the naive girl becomes smart? No. This is what usually happens. The bigger percentage of women, let's say she's naive, argumentative, she doesn't understand the expectation on her life, and she meets a man that breaks her down, rather than become smart, the bigger percentage of them do not become smart. They become hateful. They hate men. They still date men, but they don't like men. You get me? That is what they become. And we date them all. Still on still. For men, your hatred doesn't mount to nothing if he still gets what he wants from you. If you like it, he still gets to have sex with you. So what's the point? It's pointless. Because I don't think you know how valuable sex is. The sex that men take from women. It is valuable. But women don't know this. That's why I say the bigger percentage of them, they don't have common sense. And the ones that know how valuable it is, let's break them into two. Some of them will charge money for it. While some of them will use it to lock a man down. The foolish ones will give it away on a platter of gold. They will give it away on a platter. Can you imagine having sex with a man and saying, we are just fuck bodies? You are a fool. You are a fool. You're supposed to use that thing to lock that man down. I swear to you, man. You're supposed to use this, but you don't have that much common sense. One, you are prideful, you are egotist, you are too full of yourself. And you're not supposed to. Because there is an expectation on your life. Just the same way every man has expectation on their life. Oh, Nigbotiwa. Oh, wow. Did you know you live in Minnesota? Oh, yeah, I do. Please. Either male or female, refusing to learn from someone better than you is an hidden motive. Okay. Let's see if we can finish this. Most of them begin to nag and try to control their man. Yeah, I know. I'm 30, she's 30. What do you think? Baba, you find love when you find love. Oh. If it works for you, Alaba Musa. What do you want me to say? If that's what you want, that's your woman. If she does not stress you in any way, what are you looking for? Bekun. You want a younger girl. When did you start dating her? Moti Bowode. When did you start dating? You've probably been dating her for a long time. This is one mistake men make. There was this dude that reached out to me one time. 30 years old. The woman is dating is 30. They are not married. They've been dating since high school. She was like 15. He was like 17. Small boys. So they've been dating for almost half of her life. He reached out to me saying, I don't think she's the one for me. Hey, along me. Oh my God. I had to caution him. She's going to fuck you up. Yes. The fact that she's dumb enough to stay with you for that long, she's going to deal with you. Oh my deal pẹ̀lú. She's going to fuck you. A lot of men, feel the need to do this. You've been with a woman for like 14 years, 15 years. You did not marry her because you think you can do better than her now. And the reason why he said he thinks he can do better than her right now is because I think he's now financially savvy. She buy. Like, that's not good. That's not good. I do not support that. That's a long time for you to now decide now. Taloma Fe, there is nobody's going to marry that woman. Because she's older now. She gave the bigger percentage of her best time to that dummy. Her body started maturing with that man, and her body started breaking down with that man. And that is when you say, men, sometimes, God help me, like men are just, how do you lock? Okay. Oh my God, you're dropping gems. I needed this. Okay. Shout out to you. Let's see. The problem is most modern women think men and women are equal. Yeah. How do you lock them? Sarah Welt, I'm lost. What do you mean by lock them? Oh, you mean the one I said about sex? It's not necessarily the sex, but the sex itself is like the cherry on the top, though. I made this content one time. I explained. Before 15 seconds of talking to you, which is, I see you from afar, you are attractive to me. I like what I see. I want to get to know you. I approached you. Before 15 seconds of, hello, how are you? Probably your first response or your second response, a man knows what he wants to use you for. I swear to you. Men are highly intelligent predictors. The problem is the bigger percentage of women, they underestimate how intelligent men truly are. Women will say men are like dogs. You have to teach them. You are a dummy. You are a baby, a big baby, trying to teach a logic predictor. You don't. Apex predictor. Do you know what they mean by apex predictor? You don't know apex predictor? Apex predictor is the surface level of predictor. It is a mental thing. That is men. Highly sophisticated predictor. You can't even begin to imagine. That's why I explained that. You see all these feminist women that believe they can crush men. You don't know what you are up against. You don't. And you probably will never know what you are up against because you are a woman. You get me? You are a big baby. You know, have you ever met a troublesome child before? A troublesome child that does not listen, does not follow direction. Let's say you are the parent of such child. You know how you caution, how you deal, how you train such child. That is exactly how men deal with women that believe no man can talk to me. You want to date a man, but no man can date him. And in the nearest future, you see such women, she's going to meet a man that will break her down because it is a mental game. You get me? You see a man that will break her down. And surprisingly, it's not in your own best interest to be broken down like that. It is not in your own best interest. But you won't listen to me though. So, some of them doing it for the free think they are good women. For free, like having sex. How do you... Okay, I think I answered that. Okay, I think I answered that. So we have around 29 more minutes and we gone. So, okay. But they can get it anywhere. Oh, you mean sex? Of course. And another thing I want to say is this. If you're with a man that is a winner, I say this all the time. He's a winner. He's also wanted by multiple women. Come on now. It is not your place. Huh? If he's taking care of you emotionally, financially, taking care of your children, of the house, it is not your place to worry about. If he's having multiple affairs, it is not your place. It's not your place. I say this to you with love. For your mental state of mind, for your mental health, it is not your place. You are a woman, you know how women think. When Jeff Bezos is a multi-billionaire, when his wife divorced him, she divorced him because he had an affair. You get me? And the only reason why she did it was because Jeff was naive. He did not sign up a prenup. That's the only reason why she walked away with that kind of money. Jeff Bezos, because Jeff is a kind man. He's a nice guy. Jeff said, all those women, they threw themselves at me. Remember, he's just a software engineer. He's a regular dude. When you become successful and things start going well, Women can see the same thing that you, a wife, sees in your husband. And the most annoying thing about women, that's why I try as much as possible not to, you understand, mess with them. If I don't know you that well, I prefer at that level. I'm at that level right now where I prefer. They don't care if you're in a relationship. They still believe that now I deserve that man. You get me? What I expect is for you to respect the fact that that man is married already. But women don't think like that. They do not think like that. The only way they think is, wow, he's a successful man. He can afford. That's the reason why there are so many side chicks outside. Women do not respect women. So you are a woman, you should know this. How many men in this world can say no to a 10 over 10, 15 over 10 woman, massive bobby like this, and they know how to package all those things, looking at you dead into your eyes, and she believes that lie, telling you, that you're the only one I want. Back in the day, when I first started making money, come on now, I fell into those. You see her crying like this. I don't want any other thing but you. But because most men get to experience things like that around 40, 50 years old. And their wife will say, you don't love me, you cheated on me. No, he did not cheat on you. Most men do not experience bunch of beautiful women until they become 40, 50, around 50 something years old. This is true story. So, do not leave your man because he had an affair. If he does not bring them to your house and he respects you enough not to make it obvious, you better shut your whole ass up. So ladies, once you learn the law of detachment, just know you can handle 90% of men willingly. Law of detachment. What do you mean by detachment? It is behaviors. You know the most funny thing. Something I find very fascinating about women. When women teach themselves about men, they teach themselves manipulation, manipulative games that will make you lose men. You get me? It's going to make you lose your man. When you detach, you understand? I'm talking about the laws of detachment. When you detach from your man, you're no longer connected to that man emotionally. You get me? That is when sex will become a chore. That is when, you're no longer caring for your man. And how can you continue making a man do what you want when you're not emotionally connected to that man? But one of the vows in marriage is commitment. Why should a woman accept the bare minimum? Let's talk about that for a second. What is the bare minimum? And what do you mean by commitment? Would you believe, this is one thing I've learned about women through the course of my life. Men and women speak the same language, but it has different meaning to ourselves. Commitment for women is different from commitment for men. In the sexual marketplace, we try to dilute it and say it is the same. It is different. Commitment for a man towards his woman and his family is he has to provide safety and security. He has to watch out for their future. He always has to make sure that they are good. That is why men have investment portfolios, assets, life insurance, just in case he dies young. He has to make sure that they are good. That is commitment. I am committed to you, vowed to take care of you. Commitment for women, what do you think that is? If a woman says, I commit myself to you, your responsibility as a woman is to make sure that the children of that man plus his last name gets into the next generation. Tell me, how can you fulfill that obligation when you're connected to that man, marriage-wise, and you're out there practicing sexual infidelity, which is something that we know that the bigger percentage of women participate in? You talk about the bare minimum. Are you married? Let's talk about you. Let me see your face. Are you married? Fonts. If you're married, I can assure you, the bigger percentage of married women, they've had sex with another man while they are still married. But they know how to be sneaky. What is the point? It's almost like it's almost like you're tormenting yourself. What? Hey, lemon man. Member said, please record today's section and post it. A lot of girls need this message. These same girls that are reporting my platform. I've been blacklisted by TikTok for a couple of months now. I struggle to get 1,000 views. I know. Fonts, you are married, okay? If you're married, are you telling me that you understand your husband? You probably do not understand your husband, though. That's why you think. You probably you force expectation on your man. You should listen to me, though. Because this is like a mentorship program, and it is free. You're not paying for this. You're not paying. You should listen to me. Hey, Darkman, what's going on? What's up, man? I just laugh when they advise each other. They don't have that much brain. I'm telling you, though. Where are these stats from? Source. Kilele, so. Definitely. What stats? What are you saying? Oh, that I said the bigger percentage of women. Go online now. Are you you have internet on your phone and you have a phone? Go online. It is a known fact. Men know this, that the bigger percentage of married women practice in extramarital affairs. So you're not golden. Irrespective of how you prefer to carry yourself, you're not some golden. You're not golden. Can a woman fully understand a man when some men are literally confused? Seva. To get a woman, that is to sleep with a woman. Not to talk of keeping a woman. The bigger percentage of men, we use most of our life to understand women. So yes, a woman can understand a man. Of course. What usually happens is women do not put in the work to understand men. Women assume about men. They have assumptions about men. Yes, you assume things. And you're not supposed to. Oh yeah. Like, what is the point of you assuming anything about a man? It is false. It is very, very false. He calls himself, God no time, more people. I say let it be as far as I'm not good and do something. You must try to come by whatever comes, fight, kill it, crush it. Okay. Yes, you're right. Hey, shout out to you, A+. But back to men. I was talking about men before we started answering, because we are coming towards the end of today's podcast. I will say this. Put in the work on yourself. Make sure you become, at all say it bad, make sure you become a master of yourself. I'm telling you, man. Their perception of reality is very, very different. This is women, though. Now I'm speaking to men, and I'm talking about women. Their perception of reality is very, very different. You get me? If you've ever spoken to a woman that cheats on her husband, because I say this bluntly, that aside from, sex is majorly one of the things you offer your man. Majorly, your body is one of the number one majorly thing you offer your man. Not cooking, not cleaning. Men of nowadays can do all those things. If you've ever spoken to a woman, which I do on this platform, if you've ever spoken to a woman that has ever had sexual affairs outside of her husband, they will never ever blame themselves for whatever they do. As a matter of fact, they don't see it as a fault. it is always the man's fault. It's because he did not do this. That is why he should have. He could have. She's not to be blamed. They are never. The way they perceive reality, oh boy, it is different. Very, very different. They are delusional in most cases. I tire for them. I tire for them. Who is this? So for me. So, shout out to you, Femi. So, my advice to you as a man, if you've been listening to this platform, you've been a fan of this podcast, my advice to you is put in the work. Have mentors, man. You understand? Listen to your fathers, your uncles, your aunties. You need, let men teach you your expectation as a man. Don't be in haste to be in a relationship, though. You're going to meet somebody. That is guaranteed. A lot of there was this dude that reached out to me yesterday. I did not respond. I thought I was going to make a content out of that. He was worried. He was worried if he's going to find love. And I think I should say this. Men believe in love. The way women perceive love is different. It's not the love that men have for women, which is based off of, I want to take care of this one. I just like her. I think I love her. I can sacrifice for it's different. For women, before she gets to the level of, I think I love this man, you must have checked certain boxes. And one of those boxes, can he take care of me? And surprisingly, when you become seasoned as a man is supposed to, the bigger percentage of women will see you as approved, like he can take care of me. And one of the most scary thing about them, because I have this fear for them, one of the most scary thing is they can lie to themselves. Their inner dialogue is very, very strong. They can tell themselves something and believe that lie, convince themselves that it's the truth. Once you have your life in place, you're seasoned, everything is going on well, she can see you like this, have one handshake with you, nice to meet you, you go about your way. She's going to tell herself that this is the best man I have met in my life. I don't want any other man but this one. If you play it right, she's going to have that belief system until the day she dies. You're stressing yourself. When you don't have your life in place, you're learning how to pick up girls. Or then, yeah, you're a fool. And it's okay to be a fool. But majority of men do not know that they are fools. So, if this is your first time of coming to the platform, go to the link in the bio, follow our social media platform. Show your love, show your support, man. It costs you nothing, man. This is a free game thing. It costs you nothing. Show your love, show your support. Follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, follow us on Apple and Spotify. You get me? And we have a school. It's called My Innovation University. My Innovation University is going to be open in the nearest future. But for now, you can go there and download a free ebook. I think it's like 6 free ebooks that is going to help you to become a better human being. It is free. And there is a journal in there where the journal is digital. I think it's like 2 or 3 journals. I can't remember, but go there, download it for your own good. Become a better human being. Some of you are your own problems. But because you lack accountability, you get me? You've not. Because you have to know you are the problem. You understand? To come up with a solution. Yella one so. What is this? My brother fell for the trap of a woman. Is divorced now. Any man can fall into the trap of a woman. Call on shine for her. Don't let me lie to you, man. Any man. That is why the 4 fundamentals that I talk about all the time on this platform. I talk about spiritual stability, emotional maturity, physical stamina, financial. Yeah. Because you need, with women, I think I should say this to you. You need the help of God. They are just, their world is. You can't, you want a woman in your life, but you can't be too much in her world. Don't. It's going to mess your life up. And from experience, it is not from, they are not doing it intentionally. Or maybe that's what she's trying to, I don't even care. I don't even care. So that means you have to be fully aware. You have to be fully in tuned into your direction. That's why we talk about this platform, that she's coming into your system to enjoy. You get me? She's coming in to enjoy. A lot of men are looking for women that will motivate them. If I can just get a woman that will understand. They don't have common sense. Not to talk of understanding you. She does not even understand herself. I swear to you. I think I understand why they report me now. I think it's the way I talk. But I mean no disrespect though. I'm just trying to be genuine. I say this for my guys. I don't hate any of you. Just listen to me. You get me? Just listen to me. So, and that care factor is prime. 27 women outside of peak. I think I answered that. No matter how much a woman has, you need to have the security of knowing that your man can provide funds. We know this. We talk about this all the time on this platform. And funds, you should follow me though. It's not good that you're not following me. I'm a very, very cool creator. I speak as reality, but you should follow me. We know this. You get my point. We know this. What we are just trying to say is the bigger percentage of women that have their money, they have their life in place, when they meet a man that can take care of them, I swear to you, if you make 6 figures as a woman, a man that makes 60,000 can take care of you. You're just an unfortunate being. I'm telling you. Last 2 weeks, I was making this content about if you're a woman that has a big house that you bought for yourself, you can afford that life. And luckily for you, you met a man that lives in a 1-bedroom. That is all he can afford. You don't have any reason not to be in a relationship with that man. The bigger percentage of women, they don't want that man. They want a man that has a bigger mansion. But the complicated part is this. The bigger percentage of men, they do not want women that have mansions. No. They want a woman that does not have anything, that still lives with her parents. She's young like that. You get my point? The bigger percentage of men are not looking for boss chicks. This is real life. Imagine powerful. Social media might lie to you that. And a man that makes 60,000 can take care of you. If all he can afford is 1 bedroom. That's the truth. You get me? The man that makes 6 figures, that makes 7, 8 figures, he does not want a boss chick. Because everybody has, what is that English word? What is that English word? You know, when you have presumed, everybody have assumption of things. Both men and women. A man will say, this one a boss chick. She's not going to listen to me. Men do this, women do this. So, let's see. Bro, I feel like every girl here should pay you for this update or teaching. That's why I said, This is member. Shout out to member though. That's why I said this is a free mentorship program. It's going to be posted to YouTube probably today or tomorrow. It is a free mentorship program. That's why I said you should listen to me. Because most men will not tell you this. As a woman, the bigger percentage of you, I see you here. You have banging body. You are beautiful. And when I say you're beautiful, that does not mean you're 10 over 10. You're still average, but you're cute. You have banging body. Just because you don't have common sense to know how to treat a man, that does not mean a man will not have sex with you. Come on now. It is better than masturbation. But yeah, you should listen to me. It is far better than masturbation. Okay. Is there hope for a woman that got broken down by a man and is working on herself? Go and get therapy. I like you. You have self-awareness, accountability. You have self-reflected to know that you've been broken down. That is good. That is the beginning of healing. That's very good. I like that. You should be proud of yourself. Find you somebody to talk to. Not people that want you sexually. Maybe a professional if you can afford one. If you cannot, find you an elderly person that can bring you back. Oh yeah. That's very good though. You should be proud of yourself. So, denying yourself or lying indirectly that you understand isn't the way forward. Learn to listen. But they don't. Mishmiga, they don't. The bigger, one of the most scary thing about women is the bigger percentage of them believe that they know better than men. How? They think they know better than men. I swear to you, the bigger percentage of them believe that men are the ones that need to be fixed. That they are, we are perfect. Men, one day. In a world that belongs to men, in a world that oh God, in a world that you are enjoying, the world, even that house you have right now, it was built by men. That car, everything, and you think those men don't have sense? This is how you, when you start thinking it, when you start perceiving it from that angle, why you pay up more men, I want money, and that's why I came to this conclusion. And I shared it with you guys one time. I said, if the people in her family cannot train her to match the expectation on her life, in the life of a man, oh gosh, she's not for me. You meet a good-looking, successful man, and you say you want me to be your man. That is because the people in my family have done a lot of work on me. You get me? They have set me on the right direction to be useful for society. And you see me being useful and you say, wow, I want that man. Don't you think it's a good collaboration if you can match that vibe? Not necessarily on the same trend, but based on the expectation of your life. You want a successful man. This is a successful man. But you have expectation on your life. You do. That was many years ago. I was dating this Chinese woman. Before I say something like this, she will counter. No, you should not have said. I remember that English word. I said something about something is portable. She's trying to correct me about how the placement of that word, portable, does not go into it. Many years ago, like it was the British that colonized Nigeria. I speak English fluently. You get my point? Like it was just like always wanna, because at that time we were making the same money. We were making the same six figures. Always I had to live with that because it's just nonsense. Okay, so what about the kids? Are they gonna live in the one bedroom too? We will get there. We will get there. You get my point? We will get there. At the inception stage of the dating, you're not yet pregnant. You're not yet pregnant. We are dating. You want to move into. But the bigger percentage of women want men they can move in with. You get me? This is where conversations of, does he have plans for the future? If he has plans for the future, you should go ahead and be with that man. I'm telling you, if you're a successful woman, you're listening to me right now, the chance of you meeting or equal footing or higher level successful man that wants to or sees you as a marriage material, it is almost on the level of you playing gamble right now and winning $10 million. You're going to find a man that wants to have sex with you until the day you die as a woman. Come on now. I don't think you understand what sex is like for men. And I think I should explain this. Sex is like, for men, it is like using spoon and plate. You know when you use a spoon and plate, after you're done, you can clean it, somebody else can pick it up and use it. Okay. There is no connection or can become. It's not any way. No. It's just it's the way it is. One more minute and I'm gone. Let me round this up. Let's see. T, what did you say? I did not see T. Kilele. If you can survive together in one room, then the world is yours because you go together. You get my point? But the bigger percentage of women, they want an accomplished, and I say this wholeheartedly, the accomplished man does not want the boss chick. Imagine powerful. He's probably going to sleep with you and use you for a little bit and toss you away. The bigger percentage of men, they want women they can contribute and add value to. Women know this. That's the reason why they come up front with, what can you do for me? But from the perception of a man, it's almost like you feel entitled. You feel entitled to my resources. Who the fuck are you? So, think about it. She was with me when I had nothing, and she still stayed even till now. Yeah. But based on personal experience, man. 2 hours, my good friend. Based on personal experience, women don't just stay with men just because. She probably knows that you have a strong direction. That's why she's still with you. Okay, so, but women are being asked, what do you bring to the table? Funds. I explained one time, this is a gift to you because you're new here and I kind of like you. This is a gift to you, and I explained it one time. Based on your expectation, if someday, if you're a lady, you're listening right now, if a man ever asked you, what do you bring to the table? You're going to tell him your expectation. Take for example, if a woman asks me, what do I bring to the table? My expectation is to provide safety and security, to be the man of the house. I'm going to tell her that same thing. Asking me, what do I bring to the table? For me, what do you bring to the table? I'm going to provide you safety and security. I'm going to love you. I'm going to be your man. I'm going to honor you. I asked you, you are a woman, what do you bring to the table? Now I'm speaking like a woman. I'm going to make sure that you always become yourself. The bigger percentage of women are not strengths for men. Imagine powerful. The world of man is very, very challenging. I was going to answer that, but let me tell you. You're going to tell that man that you're going to make sure that his children and his last name gets to the next generation. I'm going to love you and trust you. But pride is something that a lot of women have adopted. It is too much for most women to say this when in the dating phase. I don't want to come off as you are a fool. Yes, you are a fool. Because it's like an interview. When you go for a job interview and they ask you, why do you think we should employ you? You're coming into the system of that man. Majority of you are too full of yourself. And what do a man do? Especially men like us that were raised by women. Because now you're messing with my ego. You think you're better than me. I'm going to break you like this and leave you. You will not be useful for yourself or useful for anybody. You're going to, all these small boys who say, let her go back to the streets. No. You don't send a woman that tries to belittle you to the streets. You send her to the trash. Because if you send her to the streets, another man is going to pick her up and dust her off. And eventually, she's going to do the same thing to that man. This is real life, man. I wasn't joking when I said, people like us, we are not just wolves. We are hunters that hunt wolves. That's why you have to work on yourself. Most women, you'll be talking to them, you're too full of yourself. You've not even done anything. You probably make 100,000. What? This podcast will be posted on YouTube. I got to go. Member said, I'm your big fan from today because of this message. Shout out to you though. Shout out to those of you that came. Paul City Vibe said, all this knowledge free of charge, of course. Shout out to you guys though. Thank you for your love and your support. I got to go. It's been 2 hours. Even though usually we go around 3 hours, but today I have things to go do. Take care. Chin up always, man. If you're a man, you're listening to me right now. This is your world. It is a man's world. Don't feel less. Stand up tall. Stand rigid. Irrespective of any event or circumstances you are experiencing, live in that bubble of positivity. Follow those 4 fundamentals. Place God above you always. That way, you can easily bounce back. Don't be too full of yourself. You don't know anything. Humble yourself. Tread carefully. This is real life. And in real life, real shit happens. Be well, friends. God bless, guys. Kunle, I will call you. Guys, take care, guys.